Hi guys, today we are going to be going over the oil pastel technique worksheet. If you are joining us from home and you don't have oil pastels, feel free to use colored pencils. Mostly these techniques can be done with colored pencils except maybe one or two of them. If you can't, you might as well try all the techniques with colored pencils if you're at home and you don't have oil pastel. Do the best that you can. All right, so for all of us at school, make sure you have your name and your hour on the top of the worksheet. And I'm going to go ahead and go over to my document camera. All right, so we're going to start the first one. And the reason we're doing this is because we're going to be doing an oil pastel project that I want you to use various different techniques on. The first box says strokes with light pressure. So what I want you to do is I want you to find 3 colors that are next to each other on the color wheel. If you have this Pentel box, there's no purple in this. So just keep that in mind. The purple looks like this bluish, like indigo color, okay? So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna choose yellow and orange and red because they're next to each other on the color wheel. If you wanna do, like some people would say, well, can I do like light green, dark green, and blue? That's fine. That's still next to each other on the color wheel if we chose yellow, green, okay? So pick 3. All right, then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna practice using my oil pastel, and you're not even gonna probably be able to see this, super lightly. And I'm not gonna overlap these. I'm just gonna put them right next to each other. Now, most of the time with oil pastels, you shouldn't color them lightly unless you're gonna layer them because they tend to look like crayons if you do it this way. Okay, so they're not overlapping. It's okay if they get outside the box a little bit because this isn't your actual project. This is just like a technique worksheet, okay? The next one says heavy pressure. So you're going to use the same colors and you're going to do the exact same format. Keep in mind when I say heavy pressure, I don't mean so hard that you break the oil pastel, because if you break the oil pastel, you don't get another one. There's only one for everybody. Okay, so please, please, please try not to break the oil pastel. If you hold the oil pastel further to like the tip like this, it won't break. All right. The next one says blended light pressure. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your first oil pastel and you're going to color it lightly. And you're going to go a little further down than you did before. Then you're going to take your next oil pastel and you're going to overlap it. And real lightly, you're going to color. So we're trying to create as smooth as a transition as possible. If you see like a big line or a seam, go back with your other color and see if you can blend it better. So right here, there's like no definite like starting and stopping point on this. You can go down just a little bit and see if that helps. Okay. Then on the next one, it says blended heavy pressure. This is a little harder. Usually I have to go back and forth with one color and then the other. Orange, overlap it. I think I'm going to go back with the yellow to see if I can lighten the orange and get a better transition here. Yeah, that looks better. Okay, then I would go in with the red. See if I can transition to the orange. I'm going to take that orange and I'm going to color it over the red. You don't have to use these colors. It's just that this is what I chose. Okay, so right there, it's a pretty seamless transition. It's harder to see it on the document camera. Obviously, it's easier in person. You can pause this video at any time if I'm going too fast. All right, the next